All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Nate Baer, lead technical tactician for Monument Traders Alliance and Trader Today. And in today's video update, just kind of want to touch base on the indexes. We've got a pretty big event coming up this Wednesday. In case you've been asleep or hiding under a rock, we got the FOMC and the anticipated interest rate cut, and kind of what's going to happen in the aftermath of that cut. We're going to go higher. It's going to be a sell the news. It's going to be the buy the news. We'll see. It remains to be seen. I kind of feel like it's going to be a sell the news event. But my plan is just to kind of be light and take whatever comes. I don't really want to get caught on the wrong side in either direction with short dated options. So I'm just sort of like, okay, we'll play things to the upside into the event, and then from there we'll see kind of what the reaction is and go from there. But anyway, so the SPY, another day, another all time high, ho hum, right? It's incredible, and it's just day after day here. We are getting pretty extended. So we talked about this in Daily Profits Live. If we were like down here and the FOMC was like today, it's like, wow, this thing really has the opportunity to pop on that interest rate decision or drop, but we're kind of like in neutral territory. Up here at plus 3 ATR, it's kind of like, you hear the saying, this company is priced for perfection, right? You hear that all the time. Really, it's like NVIDIA, like they're so extremely highly valued, or like Palantir, right? And it's like if anything happens with their earnings, it isn't like perfect. It's got the potential to really have a pullback. It's priced for perfection. Well, with the SPY being up here at plus 3 ATR, headed into the FOMC, it's kind of where we're at. So I would just sort of advise caution, and it doesn't really matter what happens as long as you're taking good setups. If you take good setups and they don't work, that's trading. That can happen in any market environment, right? It doesn't matter what the FOMC does. If it causes the market to go down, so be it. But anyway, so speaking of good setups, this is one that I really like. This is one that we actually picked up a little bit yesterday, and this is Forward Air. It's a trucking company. Just a perfect pattern, beautiful trend, pattern, squeeze, nice long squeeze. And this one is one that I think is a little safer in this environment because it has a low ATR. I really don't think this is going to be overly impacted in either direction by the FOMC. But what I like about this one is it's through earnings. It's got this nice pattern, and their next earnings are out end of October. So what I'm thinking is actually going out to an option past their next earnings. So you don't even mess around. They only have the weekly options. I'm sorry, they only have the monthly options here. And what I'm thinking is just going out to December. Now these spreads are a little wide, so you're gonna have to use a bid, right? And I'll include that in my note. But just going out to December, going past their next earnings, and then saying, okay, well, you know what? Let's see if we can just sort of position near the point of control and then run this up into 35 or 40 into the next earnings report. It's not going to be a fast trade. It's not going to be a super exciting trade. It's just going to be, in theory, sort of slow and steady. And I would say up into like 36 or so. It's probably a pretty good target. So the trade plan will be as follows, okay? So let's do this using the 12.19 $30 calls. Entry near the point of control, which is, around 30, right? And we'll do a stop on close under 28, which is right in through here, sort of the low of the pattern, right in through here. And then targets are going to be 34 and what is that? 36.50. Okay. Now I'm just going to put this as well. Note, options are a little thin, so enter and exit using limit orders, not market orders. All right. So basically that's the plan. and then we'll say, use limit orders as opposed to market orders. And the way that I like to do it when a stock is a little thin like that is let's just say, okay, well, the option is 240. It's 240 bid by 410. So I'll literally put my bid in at 250 and just let it work for 5-10 minutes. And if it doesn't fill, which it probably won't, I'll bump it up to 260 and see if I can get a fill. 270 and see if I can get a fill, right? There's no sense in saying, whatever, I want in right now and pay 410. Work the order, work the market to try and get a better price than just marketing in. So there's kind of our pattern, our trend, our squeeze, everything is in place. And that's what I've got for this week. All right. I hope it helps. Hope you guys are having a great week and continue to do so. And we'll see what we kind of get, on Wednesday afternoon. I think today, which is Tuesday, it's Tuesday morning currently. I think today could be kind of quiet. Pockets of opportunity as always, but I think today could be relatively quiet. And I think tomorrow will be even more so until the afternoon. And then tomorrow afternoon, we start to see which way this market wants to go, but it won't be dull. That's for sure. So I'll talk to you guys soon and have a good one. Later.